Russian oil and gas by the US, Europe and their Pacific allies have led to a historic shift. China, which already is a huge importer of Russian energy supplies, and according to reports, China's import of liquefied natural gas from Russia has surged in the first 6 months of this year.
The world's energy market is changing fast, and two major players are at the forefront. China and Russia are teaming up with the Siberia Two project in a massive natural gas project that could shake global power. But this is not just a business move. The Siberia Two project has the potential to change the order of geopolitics and hit the US where it hurts the most. Russia is pushing hard to make this deal happen quickly, while China is being more cautious, knowing what may be at stake. Will they find a common ground, or will the project be put on hold? Join us as we explore how this could impact the US, China, Russia, and the entire world. The truth about Siberia Two project. As European nations reduce their dependence on Russian gas, Russia is trying to shift its energy exports, with China emerging as the only key player in a possible energy partnership. This shift has made the Siberia project a top priority for Moscow. The Siberia Two project has gained serious urgency as Moscow now looks to China to replace Europe as its major gas customer. Russia and China have been in talks for years about building the Siberia Power 2 pipeline to carry 50 billion cubic meters of natural gas in a year, from Yamal region in northern Russia to China through Mongolia. This idea was put forward by Russia years back, but now the country increasingly turned to China for the project to support the country's wartime. With the power of the Siberia Two project pipeline likely to become an important lifeline for Russia's energy sector, the question is, what exactly does this project entail, and how will it reshape the country's energy landscape? Let's find out. The Siberia Two project holds the promise of a mutually beneficial arrangement for both China and Russia. The plan involves investing $13 billion in this massive project. The pipeline would start in Tumen, Russia, cross through Mongolia, and end up in eastern China. This is about a 2,600-kilometer pipeline, and to break it down, about 900 kilometers would be in Mongolia and 1,600 kilometers in China. Originally, the project was expected to start in 2024 and finish by 2028 if everything went according to plan. The pipeline would be operational around 2030. This pipeline could deliver up to 50 billion cubic meters of natural gas to China every year. This project could be a win-win for both China and Russia. For China, it means a more stable supply of natural gas. For Russia, it's a new market for their gas, giving them more flexibility in the global energy market. But as of now, there's no solid news about when construction will actually start. The Siberia One natural gas pipeline, which began supplying China in 2019, currently delivers around 15 billion cubic meters of gas annually, but that is just the start. In Siberia Two, they are planning to boost it to 38 billion cubic meters 2027. With this pipeline, Russia will emerge as one of China's main suppliers for natural gas. And China requires a massive amount of gas. In 2021, China's natural gas usage increased to 390 billion cubic meters, a 7.6% surge from the previous year. Out of that total, approximately 100 billion cubic meters originated from Russia, roughly one-third of China's overall consumption. Russia considers the loss of the European gas market as permanent. Despite that, Russia understands that expanding gas trade with China won't fully replace the revenue lost from Europe and will inevitably increase Russia's reliance on China. It continues to prioritize the Siberia Two pipeline. Why? Well, in Russia's world, natural gas is not just a commodity, it is a geopolitical weapon. Moscow has long used gas as geopolitical currency, offering it at below-market prices to neighboring countries in exchange for political loyalty or control over key infrastructure. And now, with the Siberia Two project, a similar strategy seems to be at play. By supplying a vast amount of affordable gas to China, Russia hopes to lock Beijing into a stronger geopolitical alliance. Yet, despite these strategic priorities, the Siberia Two project is still on the drawing board. Several obstacles have stalled its progress, and China's hesitation has raised doubts about whether the project will ever get off the ground. So, what's behind China's hesitation? Here's where things get interesting. Shocking reason for China's hesitation. China's enthusiasm for the Siberia Two project appears to be waning, and several factors contribute to that. One reason why China is in no hurry to finalize a deal for Siberia Two is that the nation is unlikely to need the gas before the mid-2030s. Forecasts of China's natural gas balance suggest that imports will reach approximately 250 billion cubic meters by 2030, which can largely be met by already secured supplies. Reference case projections also indicate, however, that there will likely be space for Siberia Two in China's import portfolio by 2040. In that year, China's gas imports could exceed 300 billion cubic meters, with only 150 cubic meters covered by existing agreements. More so, if China proceeds with Siberia Two, it will aim to negotiate a lower price for Siberia Two gas than it secured for Siberia One gas, since it is in an even stronger bargaining position with Russia than it was in 2014 when the supply contract for Siberia One was signed. China customs data from December 2019 through December 2021 show that Siberia One gas was cheaper than China's other pipeline gas and liquefied natural gas imports. But that is not all. There is another critical factor casting a shadow over the project's future. China has suggested bypassing Mongolia altogether and running the pipeline through Kazakhstan instead. This route would be shorter, which means lower construction and maintenance costs. From a geographical perspective, if the pipeline passes through Kazakhstan, its route will be relatively short. This not only greatly reduces the construction cost, but also reduces the difficulty of main maintenance. It's worth noting that the Kazakhstan ambassador to Russia has stated that Russia is planning to build a new natural gas pipeline in the near future. This pipeline will pass through Kazakhstan and eventually transport natural gas to China. But this project is not just about money and gas. It is about strategy. Oil and gas are strategic resources. Right now, China gets most of its oil and natural gas from the Middle East and Africa. Almost all of that has to go through the Malacca Strait. That is a problem, because if there is ever a conflict, countries like India or the United States could block that route. India and the United States have stated multiple times that if China takes action to unify Taiwan, they will quickly block the routes in the Indian Ocean and the Strait of Malacca, thereby cutting off China's energy supply chain. In addition, the US Navy often holds joint military exercises with India and other so-called allies on a regular basis, which is actually practicing the ability to block the Indian Ocean route. That is why China is so interested in this pipeline from Russia. It is a way to diversify their energy imports and make them more secure. If Russia can increase the supply of oil and natural gas, it can greatly reduce China's dependence on the Strait of Malacca and greatly improve the security of China's energy imports. Recent developments have added new twists to this story. Mongolia has left the pipeline project out of its long-term plans. This could mean delays for the project. Some analysts think it is because China and Russia can't agree on prices. Others point to geopolitical factors like Western sanctions on Russia. Makaran B. Kaga, a former official at the National Security Council of Mongolia, stated, "We are entering a long pause, where Moscow no longer believes it can get the deal it wishes from Beijing and will probably park the project until better times." There is also competition from other projects. There's talk of a Line D pipeline that would bring gas from Turkmenistan to China. This pipeline offers some clear advantages, as explained by Alexei Chadv, a China expert and former visiting lecturer at the Higher School of Economics in Moscow. However, the Siberia Two project would still have profound implications for global gas trade. The project would bring up to 50 billion cubic meters per year of stranded Russian gas to the global market by displacing liquefied natural gas in China's import portfolio. For comparison, this volume is greater than Russia's total liquefied natural gas exports and slightly less than Africa's total liquefied natural gas production. The pipeline's fate, however, goes beyond the immediate concerns surrounding the Mongolian route. The project and the broader energy alliance between China and Russia represent a significant shift in global energy. This partnership has the potential to reshape the balance of power in the world, which will impact everything from energy pricing to geopolitical dynamics. The combined economic power of China and Russia creates a formidable force in the global energy market, potentially influencing pricing and investment strategies. The West, particularly Europe, must now grapple with a new reality. China and Russia are forging a powerful energy partnership that could have a significant impact on their own energy security and influence. This development shows a possible shift in global energy, with China coming out as a dominant player and Russia seeking to expand its influence beyond Europe. China and Russia's energy alliance is far from over, but what does it mean for the future of energy? Share your thoughts on the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channels for more insightful videos. Also, click on the next video on your screen. You will love it.